So welcome back. We are moving on, guys. So we have looked at what digital marketing is, our core 5 of products and services that we're going to choose from to build our business and our brand. Make sure you're picking things that align with you guys. And then we also looked at mindset, and today we're going to look at SMART goals. We definitely all know that setting goals is essential for our success, but I want to break these down a little bit more, guys. I want to make sure that you understand the SMART goals framework. So that is going to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. So when you are crafting your goals, I want you to use this formula and this framework to make that goal. So what is your goal? How will you measure success with that goal? What are the steps to obtain this goal? Will this assist you with your brand's long-term growth? And what is your timeline? Because when we make goals, we need to make sure that we're making them to better our future, to propel us forward, to continue our growth. So those are the ways that we're going to be able to do that by setting parameters around our goals. So let's just dive in a little bit, guys. Okay. So SMART goals, what is it? You know that setting a goal is crucial. So setting SMART goals is going to give us more of a defined framework with inside of that. It's not enough to say I want to make, $100,000 in 4 days, which is completely, it could happen, guys. I never say never, but that's not very realistic. So that is probably not going to fall into your achievable and time bound framework there. So just thinking that and keeping that in mind when we are making our goals. So I just want you to be as specific as possible with these goals. So that's one, right? We're going to clearly define what you want to achieve. Be specific about your target, whether it's increasing sales, launching a new product, or expanding your customer base. Be specific. What is this goal designed to do? Because here's the great thing, guys, we don't have to just make one goal. You can make multiple goals, and that will allow you to kind of tailor these down a lot more, and then it's easier for you to see your growth because you're checking goals off quicker. So measurable. What do I mean by measurable, guys? I want you to set metrics to track your progress. So I want you to be able to track it. I want you to see it from the beginning and see it at the end and say, I did that. I did that. I made that happen. And this framework will provide you the roadmap to be able to do that, guys. So measure your success with tangible data, like the number of new clients that you get, or your revenue growth, or your website traffic, or the amount of followers that you've acquired that you're able to help. Research is another one that you're going to need in there, because when you're setting up these goals, you're going to want to make sure that you're researching to make sure that you're falling inside of these SMART goal guidelines, right? So achievable. What do I mean by achievable? Well, one, dream big, but be realistic at the same time. I don't want you guys setting unrealistic expectations for yourself. I will never set an unrealistic expectation for you. I'm telling you up front, this will take work, guys. It will. But dream big. I have huge dreams for my family. And yes, they're still realistic because I have put myself in a position to be able to create continuous growth that is going to get me to that long-term big picture goal that I have in my mind. But I know that it's further down the road. So that's something you have to understand when you are creating your goals. Everything is not going to happen right now. So you want to make goals that kind of build on your progress as you go. So relevant. Align your goals with your business, your mission, your vision. You need to ensure that they are contributing to your long-term success. Make sure these goals that you're setting align with you, your brand, and your business. Because otherwise, you're not going to care about them. You're not going to push for them. You're not going to try and achieve them. You're going to see them and be like, ugh, I don't even care about that. So make sure it is something that you're passionate about. It needs to align with you. It has to be relevant to what you are doing. And time bound. Why time bound, right? Because setting deadlines to create urgency for yourself helps you push yourself further. Define when you want to accomplish each goal. Be it in a few months or a year. It doesn't matter what your time frame is. You can set some short-term goals, some long-term goals, but guys, be realistic when you're setting these up. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Now here are some actionable steps that you're going to take to set your SMART goals. You're going to reflect on your passions and your aspirations, guys. Think about what drives you and the dreams that you want to turn into reality, right? Then you're going to focus on the areas that have the most significant impact on your business growth. Break down your goals. Divide your long-term goals into smaller, more manageable milestones. Get specific with your metrics. Determine how you're going to measure your success for each goal. And assign realistic deadlines for each milestone and goal. Remember, goal setting is not set in stone, guys. You can and should reassess and evolve your goals as you grow. You may set a goal today that in 3 months may not be relevant anymore because maybe you've grown and you've changed as well. So let's just kind of look at some things that we're going to remember when we're setting these goals, guys, okay? So one, we were already learning that we're going to bring clarity and focus by setting SMART goals. So we're going to celebrate our achievements, guys. We talked about that in our mindsets training, celebrating these small wins, okay? So that's why it's important to set these goals for yourself, because I want you to be able to look back and celebrate everything because you are doing the work. You are putting this together. It is worth celebrating. It's amazing what you're going to be able to do. So we're going to use our goals as a guide for our business and our personal growth. Setting those SMART goals, staying positive from our mindset training. You're going to reassess those goals as needed. So what is a goal review, right? Like, how do I review my goals, Ashley? What are we talking about? Okay, so what I personally do is I have my goal written down, right? I always have them wrote down, whatever it is that I'm looking to do. It's wrote out. I write everything down. If you guys could see my desk right now, it's like a million sticky notes, just piled all up down here in my keyboard area. Because I like to write stuff down. I need to remind myself, again, with the ADHD. It just helps keep me on track, guys. So what I want you to do is when you're evaluating these goals, you're going to look at a couple different things. It doesn't have to be this like long, extensive process, guys. I mean, you kind of know what's working and what's not once you've been moving in this business and in this industry for a little bit longer. So when you initially start, you're going to look at a couple different things when you're reviewing those goals. What was successful about the goal? What was unsuccessful about the goal? What obstacles did you face trying to achieve that goal? And what can you do better next time? So in that, maybe you made the goal, but what obstacle did you face trying to get to the end of the goal? Like, how can we make that obstacle not there the next time we go into a goal that is similar to what this goal that you're evaluating is? And that'll just kind of help you guys. So like I said, it doesn't have to be super in-depth. Some other questions that you can definitely ask yourself when you are reviewing these goals. These are good practices for anybody when you're reviewing goals. So let's just go over those two real quick, guys. So these, you can write them down. You can get a piece of paper, you can take some notes. When you're reviewing the goal, you can ask yourself these questions if you need to kind of answer what was successful, what was unsuccessful, what obstacles did I face, and what can I do better next time? Here's some questions that you can ask yourself to reevaluate that. I need to stop doing. So what is that you need to stop doing in your goal? Like, what didn't work? I need to start doing. What are the things that you need to start doing to make this goal work for you better in the future? I need to do more. More of what? What was lacking? Where did you lose it? Like, what did you need to put more of into to make this goal fit inside of your SMART goal? I need to focus on. What is it that you need to focus on more? Make sure that this is kind of like more aligned with your business needs. Like, what does my business need for me out of the SMART goal? What is it that I need to focus on more? And I need to keep doing, because you don't want to discount the amazing things that you're doing, right? So when you're evaluating your goals, these are some questions that you can kind of ask yourself just to get to the what was successful, what was unsuccessful, What worked about this? What obstacles did I face? And what can I do better next time? And then always at the end of that, I want you guys to put what the reward would be once you obtain that goal. When you reach that goal, what is your reward? Because that's what's going to keep you moving. That's what's going to keep you invested and putting in the time to get to the end of that SMART goal. Remember, goal setting is not set in stone. You should reassess your goals, guys. You're going to celebrate those achievements. Remember in our mindset training, I told you are going to celebrate everything, your small wins, your big wins. So that's why it's important for you to break these goals down into SMART goals so that you have them separated and you're able to celebrate as many and as much as you can for yourself and your business. So, moms, you have the power to think big and achieve your wildest dreams. All you have to do is put that mindset training in there and put these SMART goals together. When you fuse those two together, you will be able to push yourself for growth that you didn't even know was possible. It's your turn. I want you tonight to create 5 goals for yourself using this framework, guys. So I want you to sit down and think, what are my skills? What is it that I want to do? And how can I get there? Put them into a goal and use this framework: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time bound. Make those 5 goals with this framework and watch. Okay, and they may change, guys. Like I said, as you're just getting started, your goals are going to need to change as you grow, because the more you know, the more you're going to have to readjust these goals. So short of that, I would like to go over the resources that I have provided in this module for you guys, just so you understand why they're there. Obviously, I like to make sure you guys understand why I'm giving you things. I don't want you to think I'm just giving you stuff to like busy work. So remember, make those 5 goals, guys, and they need to be inside of the SMART goal framework. It's right here. Take notes: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. So let's go check out those resources so I can make sure that everyone understands exactly how to use them. So our resources for goal building. This is a workbook. I find that workbooks help me as a person who gets a little discombobulated sometimes. Workbooks help me stay focused. So there is a Dream Big, Start Small, Act Now goal setting workbook available in the resources. Definitely not mandatory. The Ultimate Guide to SMART Goals, just another resource to kind of help you guys understand SMART goals a little bit better. And this is another TED Talk. Guys, I love TED Talks, in case you can't tell. They're just full of information from real life people that have been there. They've walked these journeys and they deliver these stories. If you're not familiar with TED Talks, I started getting into them a lot when I re-enrolled in school because our teachers use them a lot. But I found that they're actually very, very helpful. So check it out, guys. It's pretty cool. The dream doesn't work unless you do. This is definitely something that I really want you guys to watch, because you can set the goal, but guess what? If you don't take the action and you don't take the steps to make that goal become a reality, it's just a goal on a piece of paper. You have to be willing to put the work in behind that goal to get to the end and get that reward. So when you make your goals, make sure you're thinking about that. What are the action steps that I'm going to need to take to get to this goal? Like, what am I going to have to do? And make sure that you're putting that in there in your time bound part of your goal setting. Because, sometimes it may take us 3 steps to get to the goal, but sometimes it may take us like 20 to 25 steps to get to the goal. So when you're putting in your time frames, make sure you're keeping that in mind. So you kind of want to think about what I may have to do to get to the end. And then the last thing that is in here for you guys is a downloadable SMART goal planning workbook. It's another worksheet that you can download and just kind of work on it. So these are just some extra resources for that goal building. I know that a lot of people probably already understand what goal building is and why goals are so, so, so important. But I just can't stress to you guys enough that SMART goals for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. They bring clarity, focus, and motivation to you so that you can reach the end and get that reward for the goal that you have been working for. And then, as always, guys, you can contact me. It's really me on the other end of my emails. Follow me, learn with me, work with me. All right, guys, so don't forget your homework. Write down 5 goals for yourself that are within this framework. And these don't have to be goals that you use for your business, guys. These can just be for you to start working on learning how to make goals with this framework. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time bound. And I know I've probably said it 50 times, but I really want this one to stick, guys. So, 5 goals using the framework, and I'll see you in the next video.